Imagine having a shopping cart full of stuff and not having to wait in line to pay. Instead, you breeze right through the doors where the anti-theft towers are, but instead of having the sirens go off, you just scanned everything in your cart all at once. Imagine your fridge telling you when something is about to expire. Your fridge can even tabulate your next shopping list for you. Hi, my name is Alina M. Lau, and thank you for joining me in the News Clinic. I'm going to jump right into our first topic here that sounds to some like the Jetsons, a sci-fi lover's dream. To others, an Orwellian nightmare. Lately, there's been a lot of buzz about RFIDs. That is Radio Frequency ID. Maybe you've heard about them, maybe you haven't. It's basically a microchip about the size of a grain of rice, but about as thin as a piece of paper. RFIDs come in three types: active, semi-active, and passive. What we're going to discuss are the passive ones. They're microchips that store information that are programmed into it. It sits dormant until it's read by an RFID reader. There's no battery or any power source in it. When the passive RFID is within a certain range of the reader, typically about 20 feet, it pings out the information that's stored in it. And that's how the story I painted will be a reality. Products at the grocery store will eventually lose the UPC barcodes altogether, opting instead for the RFID smart chips. We already use them in some products, like newer issue U.S. passports, some credit cards. Maybe you've seen them at some of the gas stations that offer a key fob that you simply wave at the pump. We already commonly use them on cattle and other livestock, and we've been implanting them in our pets for the last several years. In San Antonio, Texas, at Northside Independent School District, a high school girl named Andrea Hernandez is fighting to keep her privacy. No, she's not being implanted with an RFID chip. Rather, she is one of 100,000 school kids being forced to take part in a research study to combat truancy. These Texas teens must wear their student ID badges around their necks on a lanyard where the RFID chips are implanted. Students need to wear the badges throughout the school day in order to access things like the lunch line, open library or computer room doors. And again, it all seems innocent enough on the surface. Hernandez is refusing to wear the RFID badge on grounds of her religion, stating that it is the mark of the beast. She and her father have already appeared on numerous TV interviews, also stating that the badges were an invasion of privacy because the badges ping personal information out to any RFID reader. Any pedophile that had access to one of these readers, standing within 20 feet of her, could access a lot of personal information about the minor, like her name, address, grade, so on. There's no way to shut these RFID badges on or off. There are thousands of other students taking part in this research and wearing these badges without incident. It seems to me that the San Antonio School District may be introducing the first wave of indoctrination of accepting and adopting this new technology as something of a convenience to help expedite our lives. There have been talks of even implanting RFIDs in the elderly who have Alzheimer's. As we begin to phase out the old barcodes on products and make way for RFIDs on the stuff we buy, as it becomes cheaper and cheaper to produce the RFIDs with more and more memory, marketing companies will be able to trace the life of a product from its production to the shelves, to your home, and to the garbage. Walmart is already a big proponent of this technology, and they want to know your shopping habits, as if they didn't already know enough about your membership purchases at Costco. Before long, we'll have them in our currency, and they'll tell us it's to combat a drug war, or money laundering, or terrorism. But really, it's just another way for them to sneak into our homes. Do we really want to live in a world like Minority Report, which, by the way, already exists in the form of a retina scanner? I myself have had my eyeballs scanned before I was admitted as a resident of Dubai. Anyway, that's all I got for you this week. Just something for you to think about. Thank you for watching. I'm Alina M. Lau, and I'll check you next week in the News Clinic.